continue the next lecture of gonads of humans. Last lecture we have seen these testes and ovaries of their humans. We can see their observation between these differences, function, their sperm of the reproduction. So this androgen, it is also the testosterone. This androgens is one of the important synthesis in the humans, for their specifically in the male gonad system. This is prenatal development, and this testosterone stimulates male pattern of development or reproductive system ducts and descent of testes. The development of male sexual characteristics at puberty, they bring about development of male sex organs, and the development of sexual function is androgen, and androgen contribute the male sexual behavior, that is spermatogenesis and sex drive. The stimulation of anabolism, they stimulates protein and synthesis, the heavier muscles and bone mass in the men. So you can see this negative feedback regulates the testosterone production, how it looks like. Some stimulates disrupts the homeostasis by it's increasing the blood level of testosterone. The recaptures cells, then inputs and outputs of effectors, and decrease the in blood level of the testosterone hormones. The reproductive system ducts in males, the ducts in males and ducts in testes, the pressure generated by the fluid produced by the Sertoli cells, and you know very well this Sertoli cells is one of the important cells for their somatic cells, and which around the spermatids develop in the tubules of the testes is known as the Sertoli cells. And ducts it is one of the ejaculatory duct, a canal in the male formed by a union of the vas deferens and a duct from the seminal vesicles. The ejaculatory duct passes through the prostate gland, and semen passes through them at all the ejaculations. The male reproductive system of the ducts is the spermatid cord, ejaculatory ducts, and urethra. The spermatid cord ascends out of the scrotum. The ejaculatory ducts is formed by the union of duct from seminal vesicles and ampulla of ducts in differences. They terminate in prostatic urethra and eject sperm and seminal vesicle secretion just before release of the semen into urethra. The urethra share terminal duct of reproductive and urinary systems, and it is subdivided into prostatic urethra, membranous urethra, and the spongy urethra, and it ends the external urethral orifice. The accessory sex gland secrete is about 60% of the semen volume and secrete the alkaline viscous fluid containing fructose, the prostaglandins and clotting proteins different from blood. The prostate gland is about 25% of the semen value, which are included in the reproduction. And the secretes, this prostate gland is secretion of the milky slightly acidic fluid containing the citric acid, and it is also one of the semi-plasmin, that is antibiotics. And these bulbourethral glands, that is secretion of alkaline fluid that protects passing sperm by neutralizing acids from urine in urethra. The mucus lubricates end of penis and lining of the urethra. See, the semen and penis, the semen is a mixture of the sperm and the seminal fluid, and it is one of the greyish white bodily fluid that is secreted by the gonads of the male animals. When the semen is not secreted in their male gonads, definitely it will not occur their copulation, that is reproduction, and it carries the sperm or the spermatozoa and fructose and other enzymes that help the sperm to survive, to facilitate the successful fertilization. So the without semens, the copulation will not occur in the fertilization. Penis, it is a contains a urethra, the passageway for ejaculation of sperm, the semen, and the secretion of urine. Body of penis, 3 cylindrical masses of tissue with erectile tissue. The female reproductive system, it is gonads, that is ovary, and in the male, that is penis. The uterine, that is fallopian tubes or oviducts, uterus, the vagina, external organs, that is vulva and the pudendum, and the mammary glands present in the females. In the ovaries, it is a pair glands homologous to the testis, and it produces the gametes. Hormones include the progesterone, estrogen, and the relaxin. So how it look like the history of the ovary? When the germinal epithelium covers the surface of the ovary, does not give rise to ova, cells that rise from yolk sac and migrate to ovaries, the tunica albuginea, ovarian cortex, the ovarian follicles and stromal cells, ovarian medulla, corpus luteum. So this histology of the ovary, you can see observed the primordial follicles, primary follicle, secondary and germinal epithelium cells. The blood vessels in the ileum of ovary, the corpus albicus, degenerating the corpus luteum, the blood clot, corpus luteum, the ovarian cortex, follicular ejaculatories. So this type of the cells and the histological study of their ovary we can observe under the microscopic study. The oogenesis and follicular development. See, this oogenesis is the formation of gametes of the ovary, but this oogenesis means the production or development of an ova. When this ova they are work properly and they do their production, and it helps with their oogenesis, and it's ultimately it stimulates their follicular development. Now this oogenesis begins before female are born. The essentially same steps of meiosis of as spermatogenesis, and the germ cells then differentiated into oogonia and the diploid cells. Before the birth, the most germ cells degenerate, that is atresia, and each covered by single layer of the flat follicular cells, that is primordial follicles, about 2 lakhs to 20 lakhs at birth, about 40,000 remain at puberty, and around 400 will mature during the lifetime. See, another one is the follicular development. This follicular development each month from puberty to menopause, that is follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormones, they stimulate the development of the several primordial follicles. So this is the ovarian follicles, how it look like. The under in the border of their outer sides, it known as the zona pellucida, and they are enter this ova and they are accept the sperm for their copulations. The follicular development is the secondary follicle becomes mature. So you can see this oogenesis, how it look like the sperm in the development. Oogonium, primary oocyte, secondary first polar body ovulation, fertilization, that is ovum, second polar body zygote. The zygote means the male and female gametes. The uterine fallopian tubes or oviducts, it provides the route for sperm to reach an ovum, transport the secondary oocyte, fertilize ova from ovaries. Histology of the uterine fallopian tubes. The uterus, that is anatomy, fundus, body, isthmus, cervix, open and to vagina. The normal position of the anteflexon. The histology is the primordial and myometrium. Uterus, it is blood supply of the body. Histology of the uterus, it look like a structure of the uterus. The blood supply of the uterus. However, there are many type of the primetrium, myometrium, endometrium, then uterine cavity, radial cavity, radial artery, articulate artery, uterine, cervix and vagina. So these blood vessels and the blood supply of the uterus. So you can see this vagina, the fibromuscular canal, and this excreting from exterior of body to uterine cervix. Basically, the vagina is a muscular canal that extends from the vulva to the neck of the uterus, that is cervix, and this vagina is where the lining of the uterus is shed during the menstruation, where the penetration can occur during the sex and where a baby descends during the childbirth. So this vagina also is the important for the mucosa, continues the uterine mucosa. The muscularis, 2 layers of the smooth muscles, adventitia, anchors vagina, adjacent organs, hymen, forms border around partially closes vaginal orifices. The female reproductive cycle, it is important for ovarian cycle, uterine, that is menstrual cycle, concurrent series of changes in uterine, the endometrium preparation for arrival of the fertilized ovum. The hormonal regulation, the gonadotropin releasing hormones secreted by the hypothalamus control ovarian and uterine cycle is also important. It stimulates the releasing of follicle stimulating hormone FSH and luteinizing hormone from anterior pituitary. The FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, initiate follicular growth, stimulates ovarian follicles to secrete estrogens. The LH, luteinizing hormones, stimulates further development of ovarian follicles, stimulate ovarian follicles to secrete estrogen, and it stimulates thecal cells of developing follicle to produce androgens to converted into estrogens. The triggers ovulation, promotes formation of corpus luteum. It produces the estrogens, progesterone, relaxation and inhibiting their hormones. So basically this FSH and LH hormones, they are importantly work, and these hormones is functionally work for their and it helps and control this FSH hormone to menstrual cycle of their women and stimulate the growth of eggs in the ovaries. And the LH hormones is also important for stimulating and is made by your pituitary gland and small gland located underneath the brain. The luteinizing hormone is play an important role in sexual development and functioning in women. The LH hormones help control the menstrual cycle. It is also triggers the release of the egg from the ovary. So this is the important for their hormones. There are many phases of the hormonal regulations and the reproduction. Typical duration 24 to 35 days. Assume a duration 28 days. Menstrual phase, pre-ovulatory phase, ovulation. The menstrual phase is roughly first 5 days of the cycle, and first day of menstruation is day of 1 of new cycle. Events in ovaries under the FSH influence and takes a several months. Ovulation, the rupture of mature of graphene follicle and release a secondary oocyte, day 14 to 28 day cycle. High levels of estrogen exert a positive feedback effect on cells secreting LH and gonadotropin hormones. So हे रिप्रोडक्शन आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये मेल अँड फिमेल गोनॅडचा आपण शिकलेलं आहे, त्याची सायकल शिकलो. त्याच्यानंतर कोणते हार्मोन सिक्रेशन्स होते फर्टिलायझेशनसाठी, कॉप्युलेशनसाठी किंवा एग रिलीज होण्यासाठी, ते आपण याच्यामध्ये बघितलेलं आहे.